2点以上、それ以上のゴールが必要になってくるゲームですが、選手たちにはどんな共通意識を植え付けてゲームに臨まれるんでしょうか。
もうやるしかないですし、逆に1点取れば相手もプレッシャーになってくると思うんで、いつも通り自分たちが相手に圧力をかけてっていうところは話しました。
横浜 FC の守備からゴールを取るイメージというのはどんなものをお持ちでしょうか。
まずは相手も前回もロングボールが多かったですし、それに対して、ライン深すぎずしっかり対応して、あとは自分たちが、ミドルからどう崩していくか、そこの共有っていうのはみんなでできてるんで、それをどれだけ出せるかっていうのもあります。はい、
スタメンを見ますと入江選手連続でスタメンで使ってこられました。改めてどんなことを期待されるでしょうか。
本当チャンスだと思いますし、思い切ったプレーっていうか、前回まだまだできるのに、ちょっと後ろになった部分があったんで、もうどんどん前に行くのが彼の武器だと思うんで、そういうところ見せてもらえればなと思ってます。
最後に改めてベスト4への意気込みを教えてください。
いや、もうやるだけなんで、1点ずつ取って、最後ひっくり返せるように頑張ります。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
2点のアドバンテージを持ってのゲームということになります。選手たちにはどんなことを伝えてゲームに臨まれますでしょうか。
具体的なことは言わずにゲームの入りしっかり入るということと、前回三沢でやったのと入りは一緒だよということだけしか伝えてないです。はい、
このゲームでは次の1点というのは非常に大事になるかと思います。このあたり含めて、ゲームの進め方、マネジメントなどどうお考えでしょう。
そうですね、具体的には言えないんですけど、いろいろなプラン考えて、当然ね3点目決めに行く瞬間というのも出てくるんで、そこはねちょっと見逃さないようにしたいなと思ってますけど。はい、
対神戸という意味で、今日のゲームのポイントはどんなところになりますか。
もう本当にね神戸さん強度があって、ベースのところが本当にね、レベルが高いんで、そこのところでこの間も言ったんですけども、がっぷり四つに組んで、うちもね切り替えのところ、球際のところ、セカンドモードの拾い合い、そういうところでね負けないようにしたいなっていう、そこはプランですね、まず。はい、
そして今日は前田選手をスタメンで起用されました。どんなプレーを期待しての起用となりますか。
本当にねJ リーグのねチャンピオンチームにも本当にね臆することなく思い切りとにかくやってほしいなと思ってます。はい、
ありがとうございます。
はい、ありがとうございます。
Fantastic showdown we have for you today, the 2025 J.League YBC Levain Cup, second leg of the quarterfinals, and a battle between Vissel Kobe and Yokohama FC. They've already played out the first leg that took place in Yokohama, and it finished 2-0. Now it's time for the return fixture, the battle with the defending J.League champions Vissel Kobe, looking to just turn things around, get themselves back into the saddle to try and get the right result. Of course, it's going to be a complicated affair. Fumitake Miura's men managed to get the right result in their opening encounter. Now they find themselves very much in a different environment in this cauldron, if you like, the Novia Stadium in Kobe, in the port city of Kobe, in Osaka Bay, where there will be a lot of fans making a lot of noise to get behind the Takayuki Yoshida's men. Well, the environment, the fabulous atmosphere here will obviously give them the upper hand. We saw that for Yokohama FC when they were playing at the NHK Spring Mitsuzawa Football Stadium. It just enabled them to really push on, just to have the 12th man getting behind them. Well, here today it is Vissel Kobe's supporters who will be making all of the noise, and they'll be looking to swing things around, turn the tables on Yokohama FC after those 2 goals that were scored in the first leg. And a standout performance from João Paulo, the Brazilian forward, who provided his team with a goal and an assist, with Renato Gura scoring in the 58th minute, of course. Beautiful battle on the hands, and let's take a look at the Vissel Kobe team. 6 changes. Mikawa stays in goal. He got injured last weekend, but he's back fine. Ryosuke Eri keeps his position as well. Keitano comes back in, the Brazilian centre-back, with Tula also keeping his position. Gotoku Sakai, wonderful player at right back, of course, and the captain of this team, with Ideguchi starting alongside Miyashiro and Klisman, with Muto up on the left-hand side, and Yuya Osako, who, of course, the 57 capped Japan international, and former player with Cologne, with Eric on the right-hand side. The referee today is Mr. Masuya Ueda, and we have VAR, of course. Fumitake Miura's Yokohama FC, well, they too have made plenty of changes, keeping the goalkeeper Ichikawa. Akinori Ichikawa, the 26-year-old former Gambo Osaka player. At the back, you've got Ito, you've got Unduka coming back in, of course. That will be give them a lot of confidence and stability with Iwatake on the right-hand side. 3 defenders. Yuri Lara comes back into the squad as well, another Brazilian, with Kubota out on the right-hand side. Goal scorer Hinato Ogura just to the left of him, and Shimbo, who is a wonderful winger, very capable of causing all sorts of issues up front, of course, and running down that left line with Maeda and Sakuragawa, of course, the very fine forward who's very frenetic and capable of causing all sorts of issues up front, with Luciano, another Brazilian, on the right-hand side. Vissel Kobe playing in the burgundy colour, of course, up against Yokohama FC. It's a battle, and the winners of this encounter here, which will go to extra time and penalties, potentially, will take on the winners of the match between Sanfrecce Hiroshima and Shonan Bellmore, currently 3-2 for Shonan, going into the second leg today. And, return leg, or the return fixtures taking place this evening across Japan, as we find out who will move forward. There he is, Solomon Sakuragawa, very fine centre forward, born in Chiba, fully capable of scoring goals. 6 goals in 44 appearances for Yokohama FC. 29 degrees the temperature, 71% humidity as per usual, and a battle of the highest order coming up between these two giants. Here we go then, as Mr. Ueda gets the game underway, with Vissel Kobe playing from left to right. It goes out of play, and will be coached up there by Yokohama FC with Ito. Trying to pick out Sakuragawa. Chasing that as well. Sent forward there by Klisman, and back to the goalkeeper, Ichikawa. Osaka player, of course, and 26 years of age, born in about an early goal for Vissel Kobe just to get themselves the confidence, but Yokohama FC climbing back up into the J.League 1 of just last season, just giving us an idea of what their intentions are. Big ambitions, of course, to try and knock out the defending champions of the J-League. Ball up into the penalty area. Watch out for Sakuragawa. He's got good control. Able to keep it close to his feet on that occasion. Good throw in. He's the man in charge of Vissel Kobe, of course, Takayuki Yoshida. 2022. A little infringement there, which will offer Kobe possession. You can see that the look at the arms, just getting in the way, making life a little bit complicated for the Brazilian with the arms wrapped around Tula. He's a bit of a handful up front, there is no doubt about it. He will cause problems, constantly racing and running around to try and pick up the loose balls, but at the same time he gets in physically as well. This is Adaiwa Maekawa. Sent back up into down that left side. Forwards coming from Boniface and Duka. Be happy to have him back in the squad, of course. Missed the first leg. Takemura of Yokohama FC, one of 8 teams from the Yokohama region, of course. Ball comes out to Sakai. Big fan of Sakai, puts in so much hard work, always constantly racing and running. Showed a little bit too much of the ball. That's good work, really good work there from Osako. Battler Dikushi. Sakai unable to keep control, gets knocked out of play. Throw in again for the right back. That time playing for Stuttgart in the Bundesliga in Germany, Hamburg as well. 174th appearance for Kobe, and one of the best 11 players in the 2023 J-League. That is Gotoku Sakai. His bleached blonde hair. Down into the corner they go. A bit of extra pressure here for Vissel Kobe as they go in search of pockets of space. Sakai will take this. Good intricate passing and the ball delivered. Headed away, front post by Ogura. And you can see that Sakuragawa is looking at the referee, hoping that he gets something. Sakai picks it up on the right-hand side. Let's see what the delivery's like into the penalty area. It's not bad at all. Met there by Iwatake. Sakuragawa in the midfield. There you go. We talk about his physical abilities. Well, he's so strong with the ball at his feet. Look at this for a bit of running. Wonderfully done here. The ball coming out to the left-hand side. Maeda picks it up. And finally, free kick going against Yokohama FC with Lucian, the Brazilian, born in Rio de Janeiro. Spent time playing across Asia in South Korea, also Thailand. 33 years of age now. Sakai working well with Eric. Eric getting involved and then moving off the ball. Over to the left-hand side. Got a wonderful player in Muto. Spent time in Germany playing for Mainz, but also Newcastle United. Magpie between 2018-2021. Cross-pitch pass, high one. Kobe players queuing up, just showing a little bit too much of that. Yuri Lara, another Brazilian coming back into the squad, the 31-year-old, another a Rio-born player, just like Lucian. Brazilians in this Yokohama FC starting 11. With four in the squad for Vissel Kobe. Kobe with Katano, the centre-back, the Corinthians player. Klinsmann trying to push the ball through. That was the challenge. Just got a little bit flattened over on that far side, didn't he? Bundled over there, Yuri Lara. 40 games for Vasco da Gama. Been with Yokohama since 2023. 4 goals in 36 appearances. Number 37 today. Loss of possession and an attempted shot at goal. It was kind of a toe poke, wasn't it? Not extraordinary there for Taro Maeda. Just 18 years of age, youngest player in this Yokohama FC team. Born in Tokyo and given a chance to shine by Fumitake Miura. Sakai. A decent block coming in. They thwart their progress. Picked up over on the left-hand side. Thumped away there by Mikito Ito. Nice work on the far side. Miyashiro got extra support looking for Muto. Muto will be looking for that, but excellent defensive work there from Yokohama. Sakuragawa gets fouled. Free kick it is. Hands up in the air once again for Solomon Sakuragawa. Nice touch. just to try and get past Klinsmann. Klinsmann, the Brazilian Gustavo Klinsmann, who's named after Jürgen Klinsmann, of course, the legend from German football. Delivery goes behind the goal. And back in the hands of Daya Maikawa. Passing the ball around nicely. The home advantage will be something that will be important for Kobe as they try and clamber back from that 2-goal deficit. Bonifaz Sanduka, until polyhook player. It's out that the humidity, the high levels of humidity means that you want to just try and get the sweat off the ball and the dew. And it looks like we're going to have a long throw over on the other side. And this will be coming in from Ryosuke Iri. Right into the penalty area. Anybody getting up for it? Well, has been met. Anyone else but Sakuragawa back out for Irie. Lukian on the end of that. Irie once again a little bit closer this time. There's a chance for a shot, but it's scrambling high up in the air. No one pouncing, and finally it's been cleared by Yokohama. And that's the danger that comes in. Look at the length of the throw, and you can see that Lukian hits the ball out, hits a Kobe player who tries to control and get a shot in, but finally smashed away. And there he is, 20 years of age, loves those runs, but you can see that the throw-ins are very impressive indeed over on that far side. Back in his own half, it's a little bit different. Here is the Mateus Tula Sakai. Over to Kitano. Hidiguchi getting involved. That was nearly a nice slick move, but excellent work over on that far side from Kubota. And the ball sent deep down into enemy territory. Oh, it falls kindly. That's a nice first time pass there to Sakuragawa. Nicely done. And the collision will offer Kobe a free kick. Battle in the midfield with Hinato Gura getting involved. Scored that goal in the 58th minute, of course. That was the touch coming in from Sakuragawa. Just nothing wrong with that, is there? Definitely 50-50 challenge taking place. Hauled down big time, wasn't he, Miyashiro? Really good protection. Loved the way that he just opened up his shoulders and made sure that the captain wasn't going to get in his way and cause him any hassle. And forced to fling him down, so it'll be a free kick. That'll be whipped in here. And Klinsmann will take it. 25-year-old from the Portimonense player, Santa Clara. There it is with that left foot into the penalty area. Anybody get on the end of it? Well, no is the answer to that. Excellent work there from Idegushi, back into the edge of the penalty box. Sakai trying to tidy things up. He's under a little bit of pressure. Sakai, nicely done, good work. Keeping hold of the ball, it's being picked up on the right-hand side. There's the delivery coming over at the far post. And a chance to try and keep it in play. It's still in play. Is anybody gonna tidy things up? Good spell of pressure here for Kobe. Again, the delivery, and again, the clearance. Lukian. Man. Got an option with Tudor over on the right hand side. Here's Sakai. Full play just to make a little bit of space in the middle. Kinsman once again, it's been picked up. There's a chance for a shot. Couldn't get his shot in. Still going. He's still battling there. Hideguchi knocked off his feet finally. Oh, that's fantastic work. The pass was sensational, but afterwards, got to keep it away from the Yokohama boys. There's the header and a chance for a shot, potentially. Pressing hard, aren't they, Yokohama FC? But they have to work very hard to keep hold of the ball. Over on the left-hand side, it's Muto. The link-up play doesn't happen, and a challenge there that brings down Sakuragawa and the defender. Looks like both in some pain. Tano's down on the ground, holding his lower back. You can see that it's the face of Sakuragawa. Let's have a look at this again. I think he tries to kick, and it's an awkward fall for Sakuragawa on top of Kitano, who tries to volley the ball away. He misses it. Clash of the two Brazilians falling on top of each other. Should be okay. Sorry, two Brazilians, Kitano and Solomon Sakuragawa. Fumitaka Miura concerned with his centre forward, but there he is, Solomon Sakuragawa, back up on his feet. Tano just holding his lower back. He's a big guy, the centre forward for Yokohama. And when he falls on top of him, he's going to have to shake himself down. I think that the magic sponge and some water will resolve. Back to business. Masuya Ueda, referee, need to allow the game to continue now. Both players back up on their feet. And looks like the free kick is going Kobe's way, because there's a little bit of frustration there from the centre forward. He was taken out with that attempted clearance, but in any case, he's got the ball back at his feet. Sakai putting in a bit of a handful. Take Miura exchanging a couple of words with his front man. Shimbo working well. Kobe fans minutes 42 played here at the Noivir Stadium in Kobe, in the city of Kobe, and no goals to talk about, but a 2-goal advantage. Sanfrecce Hiroshima and Shonan Belmore are the clash that they'll be keeping their eyes on to find out who goes through to the semi-finals, because the winner of this match will play them. There's a nice little flick on header, just a little bit too far there for Asako to race onto. Eric also in the line of fire. He'll be picking up possession over on that far side. Yuri Lara making his defence. Sakai does well. Nice intricate passing. There's the through ball. It's not bad at all. A little bit too close to the centre back. Duka was very much in a prime position to keep that, but the ball's being given to Sakuragawa, but it's just crept over the line. So possession will be given back to Yokohama. The other matches finished. Yokohama Marinos 1, Kashiwa Reysel 4, with also the Urawa Reds 1, Kawasaki Frontal 1. There's the ball coming down the left-hand side. It's lofted there into the penalty box, headed away by the central defender Kitano, and picked up. And it's dropped back into the penalty box. It's a little bit too far. Just constantly applying pressure. Love the way that Yokohama FC they just press that accelerator and then they just move forward. It's very complicated there for Kobe. When they lose possession, they know that they're going to have to backtrack, work hard to defend. Uwatake with the foul. Free kick opportunity here for Kobe. There's the delivery. Just on the edge of the penalty box once again. Just not really dealing with the high ball. The throw-in's looking good, but you can see that Yuri Lara and his men just working solidly to stop anything from coming their way. This time Sakai comes up. There's no one at the far post. He's racing over there, Gustav Klinsmann, to pick up the pieces. Doesn't have many options, pushes the ball too far and it goes out for a goal kick. And there's an opportunity there for Orisuke Iri. Takemura sat down now as he watches. He knows that this goal cushion is good. Well, that was the ball that was hit long by Lukian, and that was the collision. He did make contact, hence the reason why there's a free kick. It was clumsy, wasn't it, from Sakuragawa, but if he hadn't made contact, of course that would have gone the other way. But look what's happening here once again. The battle there. Lukian goes down outside of the penalty box, and he will get a free kick for his team there. Ryosuke Iri. Ichikawa. And that was the spring header from Sakuragawa. Bit of shirt pulling, bit of pushing. There's a little bit of everything there, isn't there? But the Brazilian 33-year-old goes down. Cooling break, of course, because of the high temperatures. I mean, it makes sense. 29 degrees, 71%. Those coaches will really take full advantage of this midway through the first half. These are the key moments that you'll be able to pass on the vital advice that you want to, just to get everything organized. You can see how vocal Takayuki Yoshida is. Be the same scenario for Fumitaka Miura. But as you can see, there's the possession, 64-36. And lacking shots on goal, lacking shots in total. Things will have to change. Kobe don't want to put themselves in that desperate situation where it's the last 10 minutes of the game and they're still trailing 2-0. That would suit Yokohama FC perfectly. Desperate measures, of course, it just puts so much pressure on the players, and the panic button will be pressed. Find those opportunities before that, get a goal back. But Fumitaka Miura, he'll be happy with what he's seen so far, because they're again just showing what they're capable of doing, holding this, holding the defending champions J.League in a very good place, and it's a perfect operation. A quarter of the match played so far. Hiriguchi, Sakai. Happy to use Meikawa. Of course, we had Paolo Obi, who came on because of the injury to the goalkeeper in the first leg. It's just a communication breakdown. When I see that happen, got two players going for the same ball, you have to communicate. Oh, that's Assassin's challenge there. That might be the first yellow card. It's a red card. It's a red card for Matias Tula. And the Brazilian has been given marching orders. The centre back. And that is a massive blow for Kobe. Just look at what he does. That's the clearance. The lunging right foot. That's nasty, isn't it? It's nasty indeed. I think Yuri Lara goes down on the fact that he folded very quickly. Massive blow. Red card. And they've got to play literally 64 minutes plus with one man down. One man less. There was an immediate reaction from the referee, Masuya Ueda. The question is, will they take a closer look at this just to make sure? And the referee biding his time, waiting. You can see this deflated look on his face, isn't it? The important centre-back Tula. So this is they're going to check. Of course, they're going to go upstairs. It's going to be just a verification. Closer look at this. And he slams it down on the ground. Let's have a look at the contact. He flies over the top, doesn't he? I think that there's not that much contact. I think it might be rescinded. He's going to go and have a look and give us his final verdict. But I think that's a yellow card. When it looked really bad, there is no doubt about it. The referee was right on it as well. His foot's down on the ground already. He trips over the top. But does he lash out afterwards? That's the question as well. Look at that. That right foot there might be the reason why the red card came out. Or is he just sliding? Kind of kicks that right foot up. Don't like that. That's not okay. Might stick. I don't know. This is not up to me, but you can just see that this is a very tense moment here between red or yellow. The fact that there's not much contact, that he actually goes over the top and it looks as though there's been a lot of contact, might have an influence on the referee's decision. Will he rescind this? Will he, after the VAR? Yeah, it is red card. It is a red card offence. He's gone straight through. He's checked it. He's happy with his decision. And it's the end of this quarter-final return fixture for Matthias Tula. Big blow for Kobe, who will now have to, well, work even harder than they've been working already to try and fill that gap at the back. Kitano, Sakai, and Iri are the players at the back. And it'll fall on deaf ears, despite the attempted explanation. The fact is that, you know, the referee will always, you know, have the right word, the final word, and it's great that he's using VAR because that needed VAR. He's just lost. There you go, slamming down your heels, but that kick up, it's the kick up for me that basically took it from a yellow to a red. Lashing out like that when it was just not necessary. And you pay the price. Of course, Fumitake Miura will be content because this just gives them even more buoyancy and belief that they can push through and get themselves into the semi-finals. And this also will instigate alterations at the back, reorganization, because Tula is one of the he's one of the kingpins at the back, one of the cogs, the important ones. And there's the change. Of course, Miyashiro has been sacrificed, and the midfielder, and it's Tatsushi Yamakawa, who started the first quarter-final clash at Yokohama, who comes back on in the second in the second clash, of course. So it won't prevent the home fans from making a lot of noise. They will definitely need the decibels to increase to try and, you know, drive them through. The resulting free kick for Yokohama. High over to the penalty box once again. Picked up by Kubota. Looking for some extra assistance. Iwatake with Nduka. Sakai battles valiantly but loses possession to Shimbo. Pass is a little bit short. This is better. Oh, that's a great ball and an opportunity for Kobe if he can race onto it. He's won the possession. Can he get his shot in? What a save from the goalkeeper. Ishikawa coming to the rescue. And that was sublime. Eric and Usako were just hungry to work their magic up front and get themselves the goal. That would have been a massive, massive positive knock-on effect after a drab spell and disappointment in losing their centre-back. But look at what's happening at the other end. This game might just open up quite a lot more than we've seen. Bit of a cagey affair in the first 30 minutes, but things will open up. Just look at this. Wonderful play there from Osako, who sends Eric through. Look at that ball. That is sensational. And racing forward brilliantly. Tries to use that left foot to send it through. But the 31-year-old former Palmeiras player unable to slot it past the goalkeeper Ishikawa. Denied by the former Gambo Osaka man. And a corner for Yokohama. Whipped in, headed away before it can get anywhere near any of the players in white. front men have got to chase absolutely everything. Well, a little loss of control from Ishikawa, who thumps it upfield. Despite coming out of his goal, which is always a little bit risque. That would have gone down so well for Takayuki Yoshida and his men. And I think it just tells us how dangerous Eric can be. But it all was made by Yuya Osaka, one of the most creative and talented players in Japanese football, of course. And will be hoping to get himself into the national team ahead of next year's FIFA World Cup in Canada, Mexico, United States of America. Already qualified, of course, back in March. So for an 8th time, I love seeing Japan take part in on the greatest stage of them all, of course. Always provide top quality entertainment, just like in Qatar and in their home FIFA World Cup, of course, back in 2002. Republic. Anyway, we got the ball over on that left-hand side. It's picked up by Ryosuke Oi. He has the throw-in that will find someone up front. Kitano's come up, the former Corinthians man. Everybody will be stockpiling into the penalty box. It comes over, there's the header and a chance. It's a back flick. If they can just try and get that back into the box. Sakai has it. Oh, that's just too close now. They're under threat. 3 players back. It's been picked up here. Well, Yuri Lara unable to take it further. Good work from Hidekoshi. Rubbing down that right knee. Excellent challenge. And that's gone all the way back to Meikawa. His percentage again, 63-37. It's not about not having possession, it's about not getting shots in on goal. We had a shot that was stopped there by Ichikawa, but besides that, to try and turn around the 2-0 deficit, they have to get more shots in on target. There's a free kick on that far side. Sometimes teams play, and yellow card going to Luciana. The Brazilians getting themselves in the referee's book in this first half so far. For that challenge. Boom. There you go. Firm hacking down of the right ankle. 8.5 minutes left to play. Kobe about to whip this in with the left foot. It's Klinsmann who gets it over there, taken very well by Ichikawa. And in no race to throw the ball out. Didn't have anybody up in a dangerous position. Here's Shimbo, former Osaka player. Just knocked off the foot of Gotoku Sakai. 173rd match playing for Kobe, just to give you an idea of what he's all about. Actually born in New York City. Wonderful player. As I said, played a lot of football in Germany. Back in Japan. There's a zealous challenge there on the, just down in the corner on Iri. Free kick for Kobe. I don't know. You know, when you play football and you get one of your players sent off, sometimes it can have an adverse effect. It can make you fight even harder. You're fighting even harder because you've got to cover more ground. You've got to also, you know, cover space and replace a player who's been extracted from the equation. But you've also you know, you're playing for him as well, because you know that there's you know, a guy who's sitting out of the clash for however minutes it is, unable to, you know, come back on. That's blatantly offside from Sakuragawa. And I don't know, there's something about it. It's something that you can't really put your finger on, but it's an invisible strike. That's a decent attempt to try and whip the ball in over to the left-hand side. Muto coming off his wing to try and connect. They've got to take shots. They've got to make life a little bit more complicated for Yokohama. It looks a little bit too easy for them. Free kick. The win free kicks in this area. Get the throw-ins over on that far side. No yellow card being dished out as Muto was chopped down in a dangerous position. And I think the fans were going, well, that's surely a yellow card. Having seen Chula receiving a red card earlier in the game. Now, it's 5-6 minutes remaining here in the first half. A chance from this right side now for them to whip it in. Find one of their players. You can see Katano coming up. He's good with his head, of course. Klisman's also good with his head. Sakai right in the middle. Into the penalty area. It's gone flying high. Decent take from Ichikawa. Just went straight up in the air. Ideguchi, formerly of Leeds, didn't actually play a game for Leeds United, but did go up to Celtic, played in the 2018 FIFA World Cup as well. Dispossessed in the middle, player down, and no reaction from the referee, despite the breathing pain, and the referee will stop the game momentarily. He's in quite a lot of pain, so there's obviously quite a lot of contact there on Yuya Osako. Dismay, of course, for Takayuki Yoshida, who's trying to understand that, you know, it's not okay to make those kind of fouls. Look at that. That's clumsy. You know, the two legs coming behind, you know, he's not going to get hold of the ball. The left foot comes to the left-hand side and he goes down, and it's quite nasty, isn't it? He's got more than his handful of work to do, isn't he? The referee, Mr. Masuya Ueda, has to keep his eye on everything. And the fact is that he's constantly communicating with his fellow officials just to get the lay of the land. Forced to blow the whistle. He's just given the ball back to Yokohama FC, so no foul committed on that occasion. Just under 4 minutes left to play. Sakai trying to win that ball, does perfectly well to keep it in Kobe's possession. It's one player you really want in your side when you've lost your centre back for a red card. It is Gotoku Sakai, playing at 10 and having to make that forced change, of course, with Yamakawa coming in. It just means that you put in not just 100%, but it's going to be 110% now, just to cover for that extra man. Yamakawa, plenty of experience, of course. This will be what his 94th appearance for Kobe. And a former Japan under-20s player, of course, and big guy as well. So linking up with Keitano, he's got that experience, knows exactly what he's doing, and will try and use that experience to prevent this Yokohama FC team from getting another goal, because that 2-goal cushion is most definitely working in their favour at the moment. Very happy with that, sitting on it, and with an extra player on the pitch, they can afford to not push too many players forward, but on the occasions that they do, when there's a counter-attack, it makes life complicated. They've got to really run around like, it's like the madness in an ant's nest, you know. Everybody's rallying to try and find and do their job and do it quickly. picked up in the midfield. And another foul as 2 minutes before the end of the first half. As Osako is there. Well, that was the moment that he was just felt just a little bit of pressure coming behind the legs, and of course he's the player who just lost possession. It's frustrating when you lose the ball because you're obviously going to try and win it back, and sometimes get a little bit hot-headed and you make the wrong decision because of that frustration. You have to use it has to be positive energy, of course. You know, you've got to win it back fair and square. But lunging and throwing your feet into the tackle, it always ends in tears. So you're better off just being smart about it and taking your time and being diligent in the way that you actually react. We've seen a lot of reactional tackling that really doesn't look too good. Got to be positive, get the right timing. Last minute we are entering here, and Kobe's still trailing by 2-0. It's frustrating for them, but they do look dangerous on the attack. They need more movement in the front line. They need to find players just running different lines, and communication. Football is all about the movement off the ball as well, not just the player who's got it at his feet. Winger down that left side, Muto, former Newcastle United player, back in 2018-2021, a magpie you can call him. Well, let's see if he can soar, let's see if he can fly and flutter and get his wings to, you know, move down that left side, because Muto is dangerous. Another foul as we approach the 45th minute. We'll get a couple of minutes of added time. I think following that red card that was distributed by the referee on Matis Tula, the Brazilian centre-back, we will have a few extra minutes. And I think that I can see 7 down there. Plenty of time for a goal, plenty of time for them to get one back. It's good work, that is, from Klisman as the challenge comes in. But look what's going to happen now. They get a wonderful free kick. Good challenge there from Kubota, by the way, just down on that right-hand side. Time for a throw-in. Who's going to go up? Ryosuke Iri. He can throw the ball. I mean, you know, if this was an Olympic sport, he would probably win gold medal quite easily, because he can throw the ball so far from the throw-in that literally lands in the 6-yard box. Watch this. And watch for Osako. Watch for Kitano's come up. Here it goes, and the goalkeeper is under a lot of pressure. He manages to parry it away. It's hit back in. Anybody on the end of it? Well, spring header, defensive header to clear the danger, right in front of the passionate Kobe fans who are bouncing just behind the Ichikawa goal. But just look at that. That's literally in the goal. I told you that he deserves a gold medal. Well, not just yet. I think he just wants to get a goal. Into added time we go. And a corner from Gustavo Klisman. Fans would love to see a goal go in at this end. It's a header. It's not a bad one. Oh my word, that was so close. A head in the hands moment as they look across and go, how on earth did that not go in? Incredible, the scenario. Just have a look at this. Excellent running. That's the header. I mean, it's not far off, but Yuya Osako was literally steering the ball in the right direction. I mean, excellent defensive work. Yokohama, they basically were just around Osaka, making it very complicated. Osako, they're making it very complicated for him to just get that extra angle, the extra degrees, just to steer it in. And the ball's sent up. We've got 5 more minutes of added time here as the ball bounces out of play. And with the other match, it's still San Frecce Hiroshima 2, Shonan Belmore 3. Of course, the winner of this clash will play the winners of that match in the semi-finals of this fabulous 2025 J.League YBC Levain Cup. The excitement of Yokohama pushing forward. Yokohama in the chance. The ball's been whipped back into the penalty box. A rare scoring opportunity in the last 10-15 minutes as the ball's been cleared despite the pressure from Shimbo. Excellent work again from this man here, Gotoku Sakai. Tenacious, that's what he is. 4 more minutes. Possession still. Sakuragawa holding off the defence as they cluster around him and try and pester and pinch the ball from his feet. It's been picked up here, and a chance for them to try and build from the back. High ball going over. This should be the goalkeepers. It is indeed. Daya Mikawa staying out of trouble in the first half. Unlike the last match where we saw him get replaced there, of course, following the challenge. It was, of course, Powell Obi who came on to replace him. Spell of possession here for Yokohama FC. Fumitaka Miura's men getting a bit more confidence. Shimbo, Bo down into the penalty box. Excellent running. Oh, that was just perfectly measured defensive work from Yamakawa. And Sakai picks it up, finds a bit of space. He does so well. He knows how to run those different lines to get himself into a bit of space and shrug off the defense. The offense, because he found space. And now look how calm and collected he is. That's perfect work from a defender. And I always admire defenders who are capable of just a little twist and a turn, and they just lose their man, and then they have so much more space. Look up, they know exactly that they have a couple of opportunities or options to make a decent pass. That's the kind of defender you want, intelligent ones. Long ball this time, goes over to the left-hand side. It's picked up. Muto can't control it. Still, they get it back. Down the left-hand side, lovely little spin, showing a little bit too much of the ball. It's Lukian who does the business there, and again Sakuragawa down on his knees, looking at the referee, going, surely that's another foul. It wasn't the case. And 2 more minutes left in this first half. And Kobe looking to try and thread the ball through once again. Sakuragawa picks the ball up. He's been dispossessed there. Excellent work in the midfield. You can see Klinsmann, the Brazilian, working his magic there just to make the right decision, right timing, right challenge at the right moment. Fans raising the sound even more. Picked up here. And picked up here with Kitano at the back. Approaching the last minute. Lovely touch there from Sakai. Gets the ball back. He already has control when he takes the pass. That's what I like. I'll big him up all the time. Sakai, big fan. That's just a giveaway. You can't do that. There's too many players in close proximity. Clear the danger. Don't mess around. And you're just losing energy at a time when you need to keep it. Iraguchi from Celtic player. Back to Sakai. Let's see what the movement's like. Again, good work from Eric, the Brazilian. Out to the right-hand side. It's good work from good positioning from Asako. Into the penalty box they go. Oh, the pass back is just a little bit too predictable. Easily dealt with by Nduka. Here he is now as Sakuragawa, but he's on his own, waiting for the cavalry to arrive. The last few seconds before we wrap up the first half of this pulsating J.League YBC Levain Cup. Japanese football is riveting. And I don't know if they're just going to play out these last few seconds and not try and go for a third goal, because the referee does blow the whistle for half-time. And, well, what drama. Plenty of drama, but it is about Vissel Kobe with an uphill struggle to try and get goals back against Yokohama FC, who sit on a 2-goal advantage. The fact that Mateus Tula has been given his marching orders basically means that it's twice as complicated for Takayuki Yoshida, who are obviously working hard to try and get themselves goals. So yeah, it's goalless at the end of the first half of this quarterfinal second leg here between Vissel Kobe and Yokohama FC. 2-0 advantage after the first victory in the first leg at home in Yokohama. We'll take a short break. Second half coming up very soon. Welcome back to the Nuovia Stadium in Kobe. This is Vissel Kobe up against Yokohama FC. Second half about to start here. It's the 2025 J.League YBC Levain Cup. And we've got a change, of course. And you can see that Maeda has come off. And we've also got a change with Kubota, who's also come off as well. We've got changes for Yokohama. Yamane's come on over on that right-hand side. As they want to try and take advantage and push forward and try and get those, finish off this encounter if possible. And they've also got Kota Yamada, who's come on up front to replace Maeda. Kota Yamada, dangerous player indeed. Who will be Yamane, the Kagoshima player. Born in Kagoshima, of course, but Yamada will be adding some extra force up front. Here we go for the second half then. And Yokohama with FC with a 2-goal cushion. And very eager to push on into the semi-finals. 45 minutes for Vissel Kobe to hit back, get themselves goals. He's done a pretty good job for Mitaka Miura, but the first half was all about the loss of Chula, the centre-back for Kobe. Picked up a red card. Irie will take this long throw into the penalty box. It goes really, really high. There's the defensive header. And goes back up. Loose ball drops there. And it's Sakuragawa who finally clears it. Picked up by Kobe. The ball just falling quite comfortably for Shimbo. Over to the right hand side it goes and picked up by Sakai. Sakai working his magic with Eric and also Osako. Through ball, nicely done. Just couldn't quite control the ball, Osako. Dispossessed. It's a great opportunity for Kobe. Long range shots. Well, it's high. He was off balance. You know, you've got to go for whatever you possibly can. And, you know, the likes of Irie will try his hand at the shooting game. But he was being shadowed big time by the Yokohama defense from Mitake Miura. Making a couple of changes, but it shouldn't really alter his system. 3-4-2-1 system with Kubota being replaced by Yamane and Yamada replacing Maeda. Cover at the back with Mikawa picking up possession. Good slick ball here with Sakai down the right side. Ball just not falling kindly for Kobe in attack in the final third. Here's Kitano. Irie. Iraguchi. Creative Iraguchi. Sakai. Right side has always been an interesting part of the pitch for Kobe is Sakai. Running over to the left-hand side, long-range shot coming in, and why not? The idea was good for Klinsmann, and he knows that he does have a powerful left foot. when he can get his knee over the ball and drive it towards goal, anything's possible. Goal kick for Ichikawa. Hideguchi getting on the end of it. Here's Sakai. Kitano, Yamakawa. Just dealt with at the back. Lisman, Tano, just dropping it into the penalty box, but the bounce just flies away from Osako. No real threat there. As it stands, Hiroshima 2-1 up against Shonan Belmore in the 78th minute. And that is an interesting scenario indeed, because it was 3-2 for Shonan Belmore. They've lost the ball. There's a great opportunity. What a save that was. And it comes off the crossbar. A great scoring opportunity for Yokohama FC. And Yamada looking so dangerous there. Let off the hook. Kobe on the attack. Kobe on the attack. Pushing forward down the right-hand side. There's the delivery coming across, but it's just been intercepted and goes out for a corner. Just have a look at this again. Playing with fire at the back. You just can't do that, can you? And oh my word. There's Lukian. That's the touch there coming from Yamada. And that should have been 3-0. Best scoring opportunity yet for Yokohama FC. Klisman at the other end with a corner. Whipping it in with that left foot. Plenty of movement in the penalty box. The goalkeeper does a sterling job in grabbing hold of that. Ichikawa. Hiroshima 2, Shonan Belmore have won, so that makes it 3-3 with Kashiwa and Yokohama Marinos goalless at the moment. It was 4-1 for Reysol in the first leg, so they are very much in control there. And Urawa 1-0 down against Kawasaki Frontal. Frontal looking very hard to try and get themselves the right result. That's 2-1, but it is at the moment because they finished 1-1 the first leg. Kawasaki Frontal with the new signing from Hajduk Split, Filip Uremovic, coming from the Croatian Giants. Picked up by Yaman. Into the middle they go with Yuri Lara. Left hand side. Shimbo will pick this up. Looking for movement. Yamada adding some extra threat up front. alongside Sukaragawa. Maeda just a little bit, maybe just lacking that experience. It's good work from Sukaragawa, getting himself into a dangerous position, just couldn't link up with Lukian. Yuki Yoshida knows that goals are going to be... The goal is going to have to come sooner rather than later if they want to fight for a place in the semi-finals. Two-time winners of the Emperor's Cup 2019-2024. Defending champions of the J-League. And a lot that's expected from Vissel Kobe in the 59th season. And their 9th successive season in J1. There's a chance. Good through ball. Well, just denied a trajectory through the middle there, wasn't he, Eric? Former Palmeiras player. There you go. Yeah, he's just running straight into Yaman. Sorry, Shimbo over on that far side. Good header there from Klisman. Challenge there that's off Kobe. A free kick. 57 caps for Japan has Yuya Osako. 108 matches for Cologne. Also a player for Werder Bremen in Germany. Hidegushi's is the player who will take this. Klisman goes up, and Osako will go in search of the stray ball. He's being tightly marked there by Kitano, by Yuri Lara. There it is, into the box it goes. The attempt to get the header in, it's just dealt with there easily by Kitano. Head to the left-hand side. To Mikawa. With Kobe since 2017, 30 years of age, 118th appearance now. Father was, of course, part of the Japanese national team as well. Hideguchi. To Mikawa. Just running out over the line. It's going to be a throw-in for Yokohama FC. A change happening soon, I believe. Seeking, looking around the outside, trying to find ways to make inroads against this defence that's pretty well organised. Osako getting himself involved, that's decent. Sakai gets the ball across, there's the header, it's just gone over. But the idea was great, excellent work by Sakai. The movement down into the penalty box, and the delivery was good as well. And just look at this. Sakai, there's the 1-2. puts it in his path, first time delivery, and then it's straight into the head, into the path of Klisman. Loves a header. Muto, he just couldn't get himself into that position to steer it and keep it low enough really to send this man into celebration. Very good to see Muto getting into that position. Making life a little bit more complicated for Yokohama. They need to make clear-cut scoring possibilities, and they definitely have the firepower to do it. It's just how they position themselves and how they work their magic. Shimbo gets the ball to Lukian, kicks it away. Good work there from Kitano. And we've got another change happening here. Chance there, wow! Now the referee blows the whistle. You could see that there was a bit of contact. Just holding the back of his head there, pulling fast and Duca. Sako will move into that final third and cause all sorts of problems. Just look at this. That was the ball that came over the top. Look at the arm going up. Wow. I wonder if that might be a penalty. I don't know if they're going to go up and take a closer look at it. But look at the holding there. They're both holding each other, in fact. Duca and Osako, and that will be a reaction. Let's see what the referee's got to say about that. He's clambering back up to say, look, there's something there surely. But in the meantime, Joao Paulo scored a goal, and he's come on for Lukian. Scored a goal and made an assist in the first leg. Wonderful player. Looking to try and provide his team with more of the same. What's the final conclusion? Is it just a free kick going against Kobe or Yokohama? Or I think that's the case. There he is, back up on his feet, and Duca. A 50-50 challenge. It's all done and dusted. Into the last 30 minutes we go. Down the left side. Pulls it back. Kitano back to his goalkeeper, Meikawa. And over to the right hand side with Sakai taking the pass from Yamakawa. He'll move quickly. The wing back is a very skillful, dangerous player. As we saw just with that 1-2 and the delivery, the cross that he managed to get just moments earlier. A little bit more frustration there with Muto. Muto's been forced to come over right into the middle, so he'll move out to the left-hand side, the kind of accordion effect of playing left wing centre forward, but he's got to cover a little bit more ground than usual, rather than just motoring down that left side, because they're playing with one less man on the pitch. And CK Irie will go off. Well, misses throw-ins, there's no doubt about that, but this is change with Manase Nino coming on. Again, the danger, long range shot from outside of the penalty box, but you've got to watch out because Paulo's a dangerous player. But tame that effort really to cause any concern for Daya Maikawa, but he knows how to score goals. He scored one of the two in the first leg, along with Hinata Ogura. Sakai showing too much of the ball. It's João Paulo picking it up and lost the ball over the top. This is dangerous now. Picked up here with a chance for a shot with Sakuragawa. A little bit of extra support. Showed a little bit too much of that. It's been driven away. No foul. That's gone out of play. An opportunity here for Kobe to pick it up. A good chance to try and shoot. Oh, that's a nasty challenge. That really is. That deserves a card. Yes, it does. And it definitely is going in his direction. Here we talk about the lunge in Atogura. Looking at the yellow there. Picking up a yellow. That's the second for Yokohama FC. And 25 minutes left to play in this fixture that has been all about Yokohama FC in terms of goal scoring. Idegushi will take this. Osako will be the player. We'll be looking to pounce on the loose ball. Goes high, far post. The header comes back. Clearance as Kitano's just knocked over by João Paulo. With the Brazilians taken quickly. Corner it is. Eric asking for the ball back. 25 minutes to go. Kobe fans as passionate as ever, bouncing big time here at the Nuovia Stadium with Sarah Klinsmann. With that left foot, the corner comes across, it takes a bounce. Who's going to get a shot? Sakai maybe. Just got a toe poke to that, it will be a corner. Muto dispossessed by Iwatake, the former Urawa Red Diamonds player. And then Uita. Another chance. A goal now would most definitely make this a very interesting final quarter of the game. There's the delivery. Doesn't get past the first defender. Blasted away for another corner. Idegushi gets the ball back. Will anybody get on the end of it? Osako. Kitano. Who's there for this? Again, it's gone flying away. And again, João Paulo doing the business. Defensive header that's swiftly cleared. Sakai with the header. Clearance without any real direction. Oosh. Some big, fierce challenges picked up finally. Sakuragawa. The pass, the overlapping pass was not the right one. And I think Shimbo was not really ready for that. A little bit too far in front for him to race on and do something with it. Midway through the second half. Time is going to be important pretty soon for Kobe as they go in search of a goal that would turn things around. There's a challenge on the goalkeeper and Ichikawa going down. And Eric being told to walk away from that, despite the fact that you've got Nduka and Ito complaining about the Brazilian and how he challenged for that, but trying to get in just like any normal striker, and of course it's going to trigger a bit of frustration. There he is, Boniface Nduka. can't fault him for racing onto that. If he would have managed to sneak in and made a touch and put it into space and then score, then I think everybody in the stadium would have erupted and started some big-time celebrations, but not the case. I think we've got a cooling break now, just because we talk about the temperatures here. Still 28 degrees and more than 70% humidity. Last chance for these players to talk with Takayuki Yoshida to try and find ways of breaking down this Yokohama FC defence. So frustrating for them. You can see the percentage of possession that they've had. And, well, a few more scoring opportunities, of course. We haven't had a goal scored. And Adelton's going to come on. And he's coming on to replace Hinato Ogura. Another Brazilian. The same success as the first game in which he scored that goal after that wonderful assist from João Paulo, but they've got a stock of fabulous players on the bench, and Adelton is definitely one of them. Former Fortaleza player and Vitória. Arrived in Japan in 2015 and played for Jubilee Iwata. Won the J.League with FC Tokyo as well. And won the J.League Cup, sorry, and FC Tokyo played 3 seasons, 130 appearances, 32 goals. That tells you a little bit about him, doesn't it? Now they've got some pretty prolific attacking midfielders and forwards now. Sakuragawa, João Paulo, Adelton. Adelton playing more so on the left-hand side. Working in assistance to Sakuragawa. 20 minutes left to play. It's a game that could potentially go into extra time, could go to penalties, but if it stays like this, it's not going to happen. And Hiroshima, Sanfrecce Hiroshima, 4-1 up against Shonan Belmore. And into the 98th minute, well, 8 minutes of added time, so into added time now, and that basically means they've turned things around. They've got a 2-goal advantage over Belmore with Kashiwa and Yokohama Marinos goalless at the moment. Kawasaki Frontal 1-0 up against Tuareg, still in the lead there. For us, we of course know there's a ball going into the penalty box and a chance to pick the ball up and try and do something. Here's Kobe on the attack. The intricate passes are okay, but really you've got to get shots in on goal. Just not being allowed, are they? Yokohama FC, pretty rigid, pretty solid block. It's making life quite complicated. Closing them down is Sakai. All of a sudden they've been pushed back behind their own, back into their own half. And Elton with the header. Kobe. Horiguchi. That's a good ball. That's nicely done. If they can get the decent crossover, well, that's just not the right one, is it? Behind the goal it goes. Need to get Muto involved a little bit more, I think. A big fan of Muto. With Sacco and Eric, they have to work together. They have to get involved a little bit more. I've got the impression maybe Jean-Patrick will come on. I thought Ren Komatsu was good as well in the first leg. Constantly, you know, bustling, busy player. Keeping Yokohama FC's defence busy. Delivery it is. A touch there, and that's just gone back. Picked up by the midfield for Fumitake Miura's men. Wasted long ball down into the corner. It's just going to run over the line as we approach the last 15 minutes. Time for a change. Takayuki Yoshida will surely start thinking about substitutes and how he's going to work his magic and try and find solutions to what we've seen, which is just an attack that's just lacking something up front, aren't they? Klinsmann. Back out to Sakai from Yamakawa. Matano back to his goalkeeper. Not been given much space. Nice 1-2. Sakai constantly looking for options. That's a good ball as well. Nicely done. Picked up in the midfield. Oh, he's just run out of space there, Ideguchi, and nearly dispossessed. There's the battle that takes place in the midfield. And with an extra man, it's complicated for Kobe to really find that space, find the players making those running lines, and just pick them out so that we've got some shots in on goal. I think Ichikawa, the goalkeeper for Yokohama, will be quite happy with how things have panned out. That's a lovely turn. Nice little piece of play on the right-hand side. The attempt to get a decent crossover. Gets intercept, a little bit of contact. It's going to be a corner there. Eric getting involved, and with Nduka coming to the rescue once again. Kobe fans believe. Klinsmann over on that far side. Needs to get a little bit higher than usual. Gets headed away at the front post before he even gets anywhere near anybody. This is a lot better, but it's too close to the goalkeeper, Ichikawa, who calmly, coolly makes it safe once again. And he sends the ball right up into enemy territory, as per usual. Ichikawa. Sakai. Looking well with Gustav Klinsmann. There's the movement up front. Fresh legs surely need to be brought onto the pitch from coach Yoshida. Have to find solutions, have to find ways. A goal would change things up now. It's not going to happen like that, is it? Sakai, plenty of space down the left-hand side. Muto will be looking to try and find a little bit of space, but he's been dispossessed quite comfortably there by Yaman. Paulo, nice change of flank. That's a really good ball, but coolly dealt with. Hidiguchi, and this is not good. Edelton's going down. I wonder if that's a muscle injury. Can't be cramp because he's just come on, but I don't know. Goes over the top. A little bit of contact, maybe, I don't know. Sakuragawa. Edelton still down on the ground, dispossessed. Good work there to fight and get the ball back. The build-up play continues here with Hidiguchi. Is Klinsmann out wide to Sakai. Sakai with that left foot. There's a bit of a block. Picked up. Nicely done. Excellent work there from the Brazilian. Frustrating moment there as Paulo clashes with Klinsmann. And it is cramp. It was if you don't do the right warm-up, then it's obviously quite complicated, but I wonder if he's going to go off. He's just going to shake it off and they get back on the pitch, but super painful, isn't it? When you cramp up like that, the high humidity, and coming on as a sub, you've got to be right in the right position. Look at that outstretched leg, and then afterwards his hands go up and then he goes down. So is that going to be the end to his little stint? It looks like it is. Sho Ito coming on to replace Edelton. And Ogihara coming on as well for Kobe. There's a couple of the changes with Jean-Patrick has come on for Muto. And Klinsmann also going off. Yamachi coming on for Klinsmann. Let's see exactly what they're capable of doing now that there's been a couple of changes. Is this the time? Will we see a revolution made in Vissel Kobe? High ball going over, not bad at all. There's the attempted header to try and pick out Jean-Patrick. It has been picked up once again. Sakai. It's just not good enough for Yamachi to race onto that. Yemen's defensive work solid, as per usual. Red card midway through the first half for Mates Tuller. Made this game very complicated, even if they do have home advantage. Good ball, and the attempt to push forward there, but Sakuragawa unable to race onto that. Inside they go. Here's Kobe on the attack. The attempt to get a ball. That's a great header. There's the goal. They've managed to get a spring header. That is fabulous play. And of course, it had to come from Osako. The delivery came over. Jean-Patrick, and look at these Kobe supporters. They are absolutely bouncing. Time is of the essence, but how about that? Excellent work down this right-hand side. Picked up by Jean-Patrick, working really well. And that's the delivery. Look at that for a header. That is top quality. And his 45th goal in 103 appearances. And Yuya Osako has given them a lifeline. Will they be able to get another and take this game into extra time? I don't know. But they've left it late for sure. A wonderful spring header. Directed it past Ichikawa. Game on for the last few minutes. And a yellow card has been dished out. For Yaman. Third for Yokohama. Can they get another one? Or will it be Yokohama who sneak through? Well, a botched attempt at a pass. There'll be some tired legs on the pitch now, of course. And high humidity, high temperatures, all playing an integral factor into how they deal with this final push for a goal or a third goal for the Yokohama, the visitors. João Paulo going down. Let's look at that challenge once again. Yeah, a little bit of contact. On Ogihara. Free kick. Now there's a more animated Fumitake Miura. He realizes that they've got to be very vigilant. Ogihara will take this to a player, former Marinos player, 33 years of age. Played also for Japan. Whipping it in with that left foot of his. Into the penalty area it goes. The goalkeeper comes out. Well, there's a little spillage there coming from Ichikawa. And no one there to just pick it up and pounce and get it back over to a teammate. Apologizes. And the heart must be racing here for Fumitake Miura. Excellent ball. Excellent work over on that left-hand side. Tackling hard is Ito, but he loses possession. How many minutes of added time? I'm already thinking about it, but can't be as much as the first half because of the red card VAR scenario, but a few minutes at least. Got to fight for everything if you want to get that equaliser. Patrick trying to wrestle the ball away from the Yokohama defenders. Shimbo getting the ball back, he'll collect it again. Nice work. Yamauchi, high ball over the top, it's gone easily towards Ichikawa. What more can he do? Again, you see these high balls. It's been fired over, picked up in the midfield. Here's Jean-Patrick. Ball takes a little bit of a ricochet. There's the defensive header back to Ichikawa. Coolly done to prevent Osako from getting in between defender and goalkeeper. back again in possession. Kobe. Controlled by Sakai. Back to Yamakawa, over to the right-hand side they go. We've got Ino come on as well. Here he is, over to the right-hand side. Players who have just come on, a little bit of extra zip. Into the last minute of normal time. We've been dropped into the penalty area. Well, there's clearance, couldn't control it or do anything with it on that right-hand side, so unfortunate. Could have been something else, but need a little bit of luck. They need a little bit of something. Did well to get the header there, João Paulo, but straight back to the goalkeeper and not on the path of the teammates. Yamachi, Sakai, squaring the ball into the middle. Sakai, down to the left-hand side they go. Here's Yamauchi once again. Now, how many minutes? 4, 8 minutes of added time. Oh my word. Plenty of time for something to happen. More drama. Come on, deliver us. Give us some more drama. That's what we like here in the Levain Cup. The YBC Levain Cup, this is what it's all about. A place in the semi-finals is up for grabs against, it looks like it's going to be Sanfrecce Hiroshima. 4-1 up, and it's finished now. They've managed to beat Shonan Belmore 4-1. So that's 6-4 on aggregate. They go through to the semi-finals. There's the delivery, a header, and the goalkeeper coming out just on the edge. He's punched it away. And Dalton has actually come back on as João Paulo. Suffered cramp, but has managed to come back onto the pitch. Received a little bit of treatment. There's Sakai. 6 minutes of added time, sorry, not 8. Just to rectify that, to apologise. And we've got 4.5 left to go. Is it going to be Kobe's slice of luck? Can they write their own destiny? Destiny doesn't get written just like that. It's whether or not it's going to happen. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. The fact is that they're pushing and they're getting a lot of possession. The high ball over the top, trying to find the spare man. Throw in it is. They don't have Irie to launch in a long throw. Miscommunication there over on the far side. Throw in will be taken. It's Shim Bo who will take this. Times indeed. Yellow card for Shimbo. Time wasting, I think. Lovely skills, lovely skills. That is fantastic from Yamushi. Oh, he gets chopped down by a Delton. Yellow card. Just a free kick. They move quickly. Got to get moving. Just over 3 minutes to go. Yamushi into the right-hand side. There's the ball. Nice little touch there, but Jean-Patrick can't do anything with it. It's going to be a corner. And have the chance to do something a little bit better than that, but getting rid of the danger is probably the priority. To prevent this man and his team from getting in. It's the throw-in. Sakai quickly passing the ball up to Yamushi. Oh, the misunderstanding there between Jean-Patrick and Yamushi. Otherwise, it would have been something different. Good work. Honestly, he's put in such a big shift, Kotoku Sakai. But question is, can they get themselves the results? This year we're still 1-0 up against Yokohama. Marinos. Kawasaki Frontal. 1-1 against Urawa Reds. So that could potentially go to extra time. 1-1 in the first leg. There's the lofted ball. There's the header. It's gone up. And it's going to be taken there easily by the goalkeeper, Ishikawa. Less than 2 minutes to go now here at the Nuovir Stadium before either Yokohama FC celebrates. They only came up from J2 last season. And into the top flight, of course. And straight into the quarterfinals, having gone through qualification, beating FC Gifu, beating Giravans away from home, and Mashida Zelvia knocking out the defending champions of the J-League would be some mighty feat indeed. Last chance saloon for Sakai and Co to get themselves that elusive equaliser. Osako came to the rescue to score that one goal. Now they're looking for the second that would take this game into extra time, potentially to penalties. Last minute, last chance. The delivery comes over. It's headed away by Nduka. And another defensive clearance picked up there by Yamakawa, who will again send it into the penalty area. Who's going to meet it? Control just letting him down. That's a lovely little touch here. There's the ball into the penalty area. Taken well by Ishikawa. Last few seconds. Will they get another chance? And that will go all the way back down to the goalkeeper, Daya Maikawa. The 96th minute has been completed. Will they get the ball up there? They need to send it up there ASAP. It's all over. And he's done it. Fumitake Miura and Yokohama FC have battled through to the semi-finals, knocking out Vissel Kobe in the process of this 2025 J.League YBC Levain Cup quarter-final. The 2-0 cushion that they took here to the Nuovir Stadium has proved to be enough, despite the fact that they lost 1-0 here on the night to that fabulous Yuya Osako goal. It's the end of the road for the defending J-League champions. And Takayuki Yoshida will have to bow out with his team and just focus on the league. But the final score here, Vissel Kobe 1, Yokohama FC 2, after the 1-0 scoreline on the night. Congratulations to Yokohama FC and Fumitake Miura and his men. Vissel Kobe, well, credit for the fight, but just wasn't enough on the night. Thanks very much for watching. What a day for Yokohama FC and these fans who are celebrating as they move through to the semi-finals. Bye-bye.
おめでとうございます。2戦合計2対1ということになりました。タフなゲームですが勝ち切りました。どのように振り返られますか？
そうですね、カップ戦なんでもう次に進めることがやっぱ一番大事なんで、そういう点では良かったですね。
相手が1人少なくなった後、監督、ディフェンスライン3人呼んで少しお話もされていましたが、どんな意思統一を行っていたんでしょうか？
そうですね、もうゲームプランはもうそのままで同じでいこうというところで、全員に浸透させてくれるところだったんで、みんなでそこはできたかなって感じでした。
最後アディショナルタイム長かったですか？
めちゃくちゃ長かったですね。
これでベスト4、クラブの歴史を変えるベスト4ルヴァンカップということになります。まずこれについてはいかがでしょうか？
そうですね、やっぱりそのチームの歴史に一つ刻めたっていうところは大きいですし、またここから横浜 FC が大きく一歩一歩前進できるように、決勝に次は進めるように頑張りたいと思います。
岩竹選手個人としても横浜 FC5 年目でようやくタイトルが見えてきました。思いはいろいろあると思うんですが、そのあたり聞かせてください。
そうですね、やっぱりこの愛着のあるチームでタイトルを一つでも取れるっていうのがやっぱりチームとしても個人としてもまた一歩成長できると思うので、このメンバーでしっかりタイトルを取れるように頑張りたいと思います。
サポーターの皆さんにも最後一言お願いします。
そうですね、厳しい戦いがまだまだリーグ戦でもカップ戦でも続くと思うんですけど、横浜 FC 全体が一丸となって、勝てる試合を多く、まずは、J1 残留っていうところの次の試合に向けて頑張りたいと思います。
おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
タフなゲームになりましたがベスト4をもぎ取りました。今日のゲームどのように振り返られますか？
そうですね、こういうね、カップ戦では次に進むっていうことがすごい大切なんで、そういう意味ではね目的を達成できてよかったですけど、内容的にはね、そんな褒められたもんじゃなかったですね。はい。
相手が1人少なくなった後の戦い方なんですが、見ている限りではブロックをしっかり敷いて、リスクをあまり負わないような戦い方をされたのかなというふうに思ったんですが、監督としてはどのような指示も共通意識を持たれていらっしゃったんでしょうか？
1人足りなくなってもその541、523は崩さないまま、ただしボールへのその圧力がしっかりかけるようにで、あとは飲水含めて後半のところ23分経ったらラスト20分のところで絶対相手が焦ってくるから、そのタイミングで3点目、取りに行くっていう風なプランだったんですけど、チャンスあった中で決めきれなかったんで、最後はねああいう形でしてしまったんですけども、そういう狙いでした。はい、
ただ1失点はあったんですが、耐えるところしっかり耐え切ったとも言えると思うんですが、選手たちの頑張りはどのようにご覧になっていました？
でも本当にねこのね蒸し暑い中最後まで集中切らさないでちゃんとね試合も負けたんですけども次のステージへ進むっていう意味では1回戦目のねアドバンテージをしっかり生かしてっていう意味では本当選手ねすごくよくやってくれたと思います。はい、
クラブの歴史を変えるルヴァンカップベスト4進出が決まりました。これについて一言お願いします。
本当にね今日もねたくさんのねサポーターがね、我々の後押ししてくれて一緒にね勝ち取ったベスト4なんでね、またね、次リーグ戦あるんですけどもしっかり戦いたいなと思ってます。はい、
おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。